Yeah, it looks like I keep getting knocked off of Prism. I mean, but it's for free. So, well, here's my wireless. I'm going to plug in my wireless right now. So when I get out there, it'll already be plugged in. Yeah, it seems like I keep getting knocked off. Yeah, it looks like I keep getting knocked off of let me see. Prism. I mean, but it's for free. Yeah. So these will go in here. My wireless. I'm going to be coming out of the Casio, going into the mixer, and then I'll come out of the mixer, go into the out of the mixer. I'm going to use wires for that one. My wireless. I'm going to be coming out of the Casio, going into the mixer, and then I'll come out of the mixer. Get these wires ready before I get out there. Okay, here we are. See, both of them are they already hanging out? I think this is it right here. Ah, here it is. Yeah. This, I have them. One of these, this goes into the mixer. And I'm just going to have this right here hanging out. Get there. It'll be already at my disposal. Yeah. This will go in the mixer, and this one will go into the iLouds. And I'll put extra, I have some adapters here. Little adapters. I think these are RCAs. It's always good to know the names of your plugs too, so when you go in a studio, you won't be sounding all unprofessional when you talking about cables and stuff. You can name what they are. It kind of, you won't look like a really bad amateur in front of other people. Even if you don't know a lot of things, it's good to know a little bit. You won't be sounding all unprofessional. Okay, talking about cables and stuff. I think I want to change my batteries too. Change my batteries. These batteries, I use these. I was plugged in during the weekend, but it'd be nice in the subway. I'm gonna make sure I have fresh batteries. Everything's gonna be plugged in though out there. But sometimes, for some reason, it seems like let me see. Do I only have one extra set of batteries? I only have one extra set of batteries. Well, let me hey, I'm gonna let this guy. He's doing a beginner's piano lesson. I'm gonna let him play while I'm packing up. And let me start him from the beginning. And he's breaking it down for beginner piano players. And I've been listening to him for years. He's doing a beginner's
that you could pass on to your students. So here's information for and you know, a lot of people that write to me are beginner level and they want to learn about beginner level chords for jazz and so on. I had a video about that. I want to extend that now with some more information for beginner level jazz students. And
I'm gonna go change my clothes too. I still have my bathrobe
you
on.
You might learn something from this that you could pass on to your students. So here's my take on it. And we're going to talk about some things now that will help you as a beginner level in jazz. So here we go now. I'm going to start out by saying this video has no script. I'm just ad-libbing. And I'm imagining you're sitting next to me here at the piano, and I'm just talking to you, and you're in my living room. So let's just take the keyboard now and just go right into the middle. In other words, where's the middle? Like, let's sit right in the middle of the keyboard. And where are we? We're right near middle C. In other words, we're right in that scale. Here it is right there. There's middle C scale. There's the scale of it. So in other words, it's right in front of us here. And it's usually under the lettering. Yamaha, it's right under the Y here. So there's middle C. And it's always the note, the white note below the two black notes. So it's that one. All right, so then there's two black notes here, 3 there. That's the pattern, and then the rest are white notes. Now we know there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then they begin again, right? So that's C, and that's C up there. So now we go down, we go by the alphabet. So C, B, A. So if we start with A here, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, there we have it. Now that's our scale. Now, we're going to start with C, because that's the scale that has no sharps or flats. If we started with A, it would have more sharps. But we're just going to start with C, which has C major, diatonic scale. Now, we're going to create a formula, right? So we're going to say that that's a half step. Up one is a half. Up another is a half. So these are all half steps. So if we go from every note, one at a time, we're going up half steps. So to go to whole steps, we have to go alternate. So whole step, whole step. Now look, there's no black note in there. So that's a half step, right? The black note is in between. That's a whole, that's a whole, that's a whole. Now look, there's no black note, right? So now that's a half. So let's write a formula for the C scale.
The half steps.
Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half. So that's 2 wholes, a half, 3 wholes, and a half.
Okay, the half steps, for your information, I always give this, one of my first lessons I always give people is the half steps fall between B and C and E and F. The half steps fall between B and C and E and F. So I always tell people to say B and C and E and F. B and C and E and F. Where do the half steps fall on your piano? On any instruments, actually. And that's why my father used to always tell us, once you learn piano or you learn music, it's the same on mostly all your instruments that has a C, that in concert C anyway. Some instruments from different countries are built on different scales. But I want to switch these batteries out. Go ahead. Let's go ahead. Let him finish.
Now you can use that formula for any scale. You can start on any note. Now any note other than C is going to create a different scale, obviously, so it's going to have sharps. You're going to start to bring in those black notes into the scale. So if we go up to F, we go up a fourth now, we do the same thing, right? Whole step, whole step. Now the half step goes up to B flat, so there's our 1 flat. Whole step, whole step, whole step, and then the half step is automatically there, right? So now, but we go into B flat now, right? Whole step, there's the half. Whole step, whole step, whole step. Now here's the half, gives us the B flat. So you see, here's the basic idea of it. C has no sharps or flats. In order to go to 1 flat, we can go up a fourth or down a fifth. Now, how do we know it's 4? Just count the 4 steps, right? How do we know it's 5? Just count down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts us on F. Now F gives us 1 flat. The key of F is 1 flat. Now, go to 2 flats, we just go up another fourth again, or down a fifth. Right, so up a fourth, B flat. Now let's go down a fifth, actually. Now we're gonna have 2 flats. So now we have the 2 black notes, right? These 2 in there. Same thing, just continue the process. Start on B flat, go up a fourth now. Right? So how do we know that's a fourth? Well, whole step, half, right? Whole step, half. And so on. Now, E flat, A flat. So it's very important to learn those intervals of fourths and fifths within the system of the keyboard. Now, you may be asking why I didn't talk about sharp keys. I just talked about the flat keys. Well, the sharp keys would be opposite of the flat keys, or contrasting. Just like day contrasts as night, and woman contrasts as man, or their opposites, so are the sharp keys and the flat keys. In other words, we go up a fourth from the C, we have 1 flat in the scale. That's F, the scale of F. If we go down a fifth. From C, we have F. So one flat. So up a fourth, down a fifth. Same thing for the sharp keys, but the opposite. In other words, go up a fifth or down a fourth. So flat keys up a fourth, down a fifth. Sharp keys up a fifth, down a fourth. Just the opposite.
It's getting dark early.
Up a fifth. Puts
Even
us
though I'm gonna
the
be in the
key of
subway.
G, which has one sharp, F sharp, right? Or down a fourth, key of G, down another fourth, two sharps, and so it goes. So it's perfect. It's amazing.
Scale
Just
number.
reminding you that if I'm going
Ooh.
too fast, you can use the
Cogwheel.
button below the video in YouTube to slow down the video to half speed, and you can slow down everything I'm doing to half speed if that's an advantage to you. Anyway, so now the next thing I want to talk about is let's look at those first four notes. Now root, okay, C, D, E, F.
I'm gonna put my batteries
so
in
that
charge.
goes whole step, half. Now, that's the first tetrachord of the C scale. It's called a tetrachord because it's a perfect fourth. Interval of a perfect fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, perfect fourth is exactly that. Now, if we go to the next step and do the same formula, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have the same formula of whole step, half. And that's the second tetrachord within the scale. So every major scale has two tetrachords, a lower one and an upper one. And that creates the scale. And they all have the same relationship to each other. In other words, a perfect fourth. Now, you may say, well, there's a step in between. Well, exactly. And that's this note, and that's the tritone. Now, that's an interesting concept. The tritone is right in the middle of the scale. You went like this. And that's an interesting note. It's sort of like yin-yang, night and day, and opposites, and so on. But we won't go into that right now. Just accept the fact that that's called the tritone, and we have these two tetrachords to create the scale. And that happens within every scale, whether it be F, B flat, E flat, A flat. The more difficult scales and the simpler ones, they will always have that relationship. Now, since we're using this as a basis, now we're going to count and give them numbers. Like this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we see the seven notes to a scale, and then we're back on 1 again. So there's 7, and we give them.
If you're a beginner
So now
and
we
you're
can
getting
create
confused,
intervals from
remember,
those numbers.
you have a mouse.
1, 2. So that's
If you're a beginner and you're getting confused, remember you have a mouse. You can stop it. Like I say, you can go down to this cogwheel down here. Matter of fact, it's in the way here. Let me see. You can go down to this cogwheel. Let me show you. See this cogwheel right here? You can slow it down. He's talking pretty fast. You can go here, and play speed is normal. I'm going to slow it down 1. And I'm going to actually go back. See, this seems like it's frivolous, what he's talking about, but once you understand it in jazz, this is like college level stuff.
from the C, we have 1 flat in the scale.
See, it slowed down.
The scale of F. If we go down a fifth from C, we have F.
4.
So
That's
1
the circle.
flat. So up a fourth, down a fifth. Same thing for the
Up a fourth, down a fifth. It's like a circle of fifths is one way, circle of fourths. Circle of fifths is going up. If you go down, it's circle of fourths. If you count, it does get kind of complicated. But like I said, you can stop and slow down, or just go to YouTube. We're in the information age, so you just go to YouTube Theory. You can leave this window open up another window on your computer, and go to YouTube Theory Beginners. And you can open up several windows for the same thing. When I'm learning something, sometimes I open up 4 or 5 different YouTubes on the same subject. But this is kind of deep. It is getting kind of deep. So that's but I did name this Jazz Music for Beginners. But this guy, I like this guy.
sharp keys, but the opposite. In other words, go up a fifth or down a fourth. So flat keys up a fourth, down a fifth. Sharp keys up a fifth, down a fourth. Just the opposite. So that up a fifth puts us into the key of G, which has one sharp, F sharp, right? Or down a fourth, key of G, down another fourth, two sharps, and so it goes. So it's perfect. It's amazing. Just reminding you that if I'm going too fast, you can use the wheel button below the video in YouTube to slow down the video to half speed, and you can slow down everything I'm doing to half speed if that's an advantage to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now the next thing I want to
we just
talk
slowed
about
it
is
down.
let's
That's why
look
he's
at
talking
those first
slower.
4 notes. Now root. Okay, C, D, E, F.
I'm gonna put it back on a regular speed.
And it goes whole step, half.
I'm gonna put it back on a regular speed, and you guys can slow it down if you want. I'll put it back on a regular speed.
Now, that's the first tetrachord of the C scale. It's called a tetrachord because it's a perfect fourth. Interval of a perfect fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, perfect fourth is exactly that. Now, if we go to the next step and do the same formula, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have the same formula of whole step, half. And that's the second tetrachord within the scale. So every major scale has 2 tetrachords, a lower one and an upper one. And that creates the scale. And they all have the same relationship to each other. In other words, a perfect fourth. Now, you may say, well, there's a step in between. Well, exactly. And that's this note, and that's the tritone. Now, that's an interesting concept. The tritone is right in the middle of the scale. If you went like this, and that's an interesting note. It's sort of like yin yang.
You know what? You guys can look him
and
up.
so on.
You can look him up if you need to. Beginners, but I don't want to. I know this is for beginners, but you can look this guy up. His name is right here on the thing here. Keith Hewart. Keith Hewart. Look him up. His name's right here. Can you see it? Slow it down and make it bigger. But for now, I'm going to finish my pack up here. And plus, I keep getting knocked off, so I don't want to stay here too long. I keep getting knocked off of live. I'm going to pack mine, finish packing up. And then I'm going to lay down so everything will be all ready to go. I leave the house. I'm going to leave the house earlier this time. I was leaving the house at 2 o'clock. I'm going to leave the house earlier and make sure that my system is ready so that I can, not have to worry about having to go to the bathroom when I get there. Not to sound vulgar, but this is part of street performing. We're still doing the street performing 101. Anybody wants to know how to go out and play out on the street, there's a lot of things you got to do for be prepared about. So go ahead and look that guy up there, Keith Hewitt, and you can. He has beginner, but there are simpler. There are other videos on beginning piano that's not as intimidating as this one. It's my gig bag. And the battery is already on. I have a big battery. I'm going to have to buy a smaller battery too so I can really travel. I can carry other things. Right now, I'm at my limit. Matter of fact, I'm going to start putting, I'm going to start mounting other things on this dolly. Maybe this Beat Buddy. I'm thinking about mounting. Well, anyway, the Beat Buddy's supposed to go on the ground. I can mount the Beat Buddy on there because you really need to see this. I need to have this looking at it because when you put the card in there, it'll show you the name of the song that's playing. Beat Buddy. With the cards in there to show you what song is playing, and I have a trigger, foot pedal. I can change things with the foot pedal. The cards are right here in here. Keep my, I lost a doggle. I lost a little teeny doggle. I keep misplacing it. But let me, before I put the keyboard on there, I want to check to see if I can hear. No, I'm not going to do that while I'm live. I'm going to check this later on. I'm ready to sign off. But I just want to come live every day to start building up my YouTube numbers again. Because my YouTube numbers are way down because I haven't been persistent lately as far as going live every day. My numbers are way down on YouTube, so please subscribe and ring the bell if you come in because I need your help. My numbers are way down. This time of year, I'm mostly just going out and performing Christmas songs. From between now and New Year's, people seem like they're in a better mood. I don't know how people are going to be in a mood now since half the country is divided. That's not a good thing. Divide and conquer. It's already been. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm pretty sure if you already know that this country was already, the people sold this country a long time ago. So it's not like somebody's running the. There is somebody running the country, but it's not the government. That's for sure. It's not the government. It's being run by. You know that. It's being run by the elite, the ultra rich and powerful people. But then again, in the long run, God is in charge. I should have said that first. That was backwards. I put the cart before the horse. God is in charge of everything. He allows things to happen. Even things that we think are bad, that look bad, but in the long run, it shows up good in the long run. God allows things to happen, things that look tragic. Satan has to get permission to do certain things. Or, God has to allow it. Well, let me go ahead and sign off because I'm going to see if I can get this thingy here to work, this microphone to work, and this mixer here. To the sun now, I can't see if it's on or not. Oh, it's not on. Let me see. Let me move my camera around, huh, y'all? There's a mixer right there on the dolly. Yeah, I'm thinking about mounting some more things here on the let's say the Beat Buddy. I need to see that. I'm not going to mount the Beat Buddy. I need to have that on the keyboard so I can look at it, or I just put it on the side. I can mount it right here. But I want to start doing a looper pedal. I'm putting the looper pedal on one dolly. I have a mixer. I have 3 dollies, and it's 2 mixers on. I have 2 of the dollies have mixers already mounted permanently. I can take it off some kind of way. But I got a lot of duct tape and glue. But I just want to see if it's going to register. Let's turn it up. Just Test. I'll figure it out in a minute. I need to plug in the headphones. Works better when it's turned on, don't it, though? All this stuff works better when it's on. See, test. Look for the light to come on. Yeah, there it is. Test. I can pull a tape. I can pull this tape down here on the back. Two of them. Pull. Test. I'll figure that. Yeah, there it is. There it is. It's on. It's on now. Very sensitive. It's on. I can see it blinking. I can see the lights blinking. The headphone is working. And I need to put some more duct tape on there to make sure it stays on. Right now, I'm pretty sure if I bump into it, see, it might cut off, but it's working for now. So I have headphones out there. I mean, I have a microphone. I have a headset, even though it's in the subway. But this way I can whisper. You know, I can turn the reverb down and whisper. So let me go ahead and finish plugging my rig up and finish my set my rig up and have everything ready, put it by the door so it'll be ready to go. I need to find out what I'm going to wear. I usually like to switch up, dress kind of normally. I'm going to dress kind of conservative right now. I don't want to hit them with my Native American moccasin boots and all of that right now because there's too much going on in the country. The people, I don't want them to think too hard. People are going to be thinking too hard right now. I don't want to confuse anybody. I want to relax people. I want people to be relaxed. There's too much going on right now for people to look at me and try to figure out anything. I don't need people to think at all. I don't need them to be thinking. I just need them to relax and hear the music and enjoy it and drop and make a donation while they're walking past. Where's my oh, it's still in the car. I need to go downstairs and get my no, it shouldn't be downstairs because I never might be still in the car. There's another bucket, the donation tip jar. Yeah, tip jar. And I need to take an extra shirt. It's cold now too. It's not even out of the 50s here in Washington D.C. So in the subway, that air blowing down through there is going to be cold. I can wear long johns today, or I can dress. I don't have to worry about burning up. Put it that way. But I want to check a weather check a couple of times before I go out. But I don't know what I'm going to wear though, really. These shoes, I haven't wore these in a long time. These are my dress-up shoes. These are the shoes that I had on when my when the building burned down. I was dressed. I had khakis, brown khakis. I had like about 4 or 5 pairs of these. And these look like golf shoes. They got the actually, are they Polo? No, they're Nikes. Actually, Nike shoes. It has a Nike logo on it. But they have, I put taps on them. But they have the bottoms are like golf shoes. But they're pretty dressy. Fit like a glove. I have to wear real thin socks with these. I need to get some white shoe polish too. But I might get dressed up. I have a bunch of, and that brown matched my khakis. I'll take these lights with me, even though I'm going to be indoors. 2 lights. Gets dark early now, just in case. I don't know. I might be at a place and who knows what'll happen. But it gets dark early now. charging my batteries. But I have everything. It's going to be plugged in anyway. I have this big battery down here. Everything's going to be plugged in. The iLoud and the mixer. So I have the big battery, so I should be able to pull at least 3 hours or 2.5 hours. If I get, I'm not going to play no more than 2.5 hours. I want to leave at 5:30. Right when the subway slow down, I'm packing up and leaving. I conserve my energy so I can do it every day. So I can work every day in between now and New Year's. But like I say, I had my I'm gonna be watching the videos on this what's the name here? This app here. You know, has its own sounds. I wonder if I can use the sounds I have built into. I wonder if they can access the other apps. Can this access the apps that I have? I know, but this is the alternative to Main Stage. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead back here and look up what I was doing. Main Stage.
This video is the definitive guide to the Sunday Keys app. What it is, how it works.
Yeah, I'm
and
going to
you can
be
use this
watching
all-in-one
this
platform
while I'm
to
relaxing.
instantly upgrade any existing keyboard at your church with incredible sounds and reliable performance for your next worship service.
So I'm just going to
without breaking
smoothie
the
myself,
Let's take a look.
pack up,
There's tons to
smoothie
explore
myself, and
inside the Sunday Keys app. It's a
figure out how I'm
powerful
gonna
tool
dress.
with lots to uncover, but at its core, it's really simple. Let me give you an overview
And I'm out.
of the main screen,
God
the
bless
main
us.
UI, and very quickly you're going to
One.
understand the big ideas of how it works. There are 3 layers you need to understand when you're getting ready for a particular worship service. You're going to prepare what we call a set list.
God
Inside
bless
of your
us,
set list is
everyone.
everything you're going to use for that specific performance at your church. Now, I have a set list inside of the Sunday Keys app open. And that's this top left corner of the screen right now. Each title that you see here is what we call a patch. And each patch includes 1 or more sounds. And that's really what the Sunday Keys app is all about in the end, is the sounds. So when you select a patch, all of the sounds that are included in that patch are playable on the keyboard. So in this first patch called Bright
See you
Grand
guys
Incense,
later, okay?
you can see these modules here on screen represent the sounds. that
One
are
Lord,
available.
one faith,
If I
one
select this
baptism.
second patch,
I'm
the
out.
sound modules are
Turn this light
configured
on,
to
see
reflect the sounds
how it's
included
gonna look.
inside of that patch instead. And all of the sounds are clearly labeled and
Feel like I'm in the dark,
color-coded,
though.
and they correspond to these floating layers over the on-screen keyboard. That lets you adjust where any one sound is placed on the
And by the
keyboard.
way,
So if
this
you only want a sound on the
rubber
left
tree
hand
plant,
or
when
the
I
right
got
hand,
it, it's
easy
I had to
see.
cut it all the way
It's
down
pretty
to a
important
nub.
as you start to
I had to
build
throw away the
patches
dirt. It was
including
infested.
multiple sounds. At its core,
It was
every
just
sound
a
includes an
nub,
instrument. It might sound
and it
like
grew back.
piano, strings, pads, synths,
Takes a lot of
even
water.
guitar, and then that
Doesn't
instrument
look too
is
healthy
passed
neither
through
right
some
now.
effects, and then it's playable.
Let me
on
feel
the
to see if it's.
You can put a set list
soil.
together based on the
I can put some
specific
more water
needs
in
of your
there.
service or
I
for
just
your
put a
church.
bunch of
Many
water in there
churches
the other
like to
day.
create one patch
I'm
for
out,
each
y'all.
song in their set list, and then when they finish a song, they'll simply select the next